wasn't on stream. About time you want to be yourself and you're burnt out. You done pulled the wrong audience. They came for the fake you. You want to be the real you now. They're not here for that shit. Now your views gonna drop and you fell off, dickhead. Stupid. Acting like they not fanned out or whatever. But like if the cameras aren't recording, they'll be straight dick eating all those content creators there. They fans of all them niggas there. I'm saying, but since everybody's recording, they walking up to them randomly with a phone in their hand like this, like, yeah, you a bitch, and all that extra shit. Just you wouldn't even act like that if nobody was recording, bro, because you know somebody's gonna clip it up and be like, or you gonna clip it up yourself and be like, Tyler 007 disrespects Kai in his own universe. You know what I'm saying? Like some bullshit like that will get 500,000 fucking likes, and they know that's gonna happen, bro. That's what pisses me off the most. That's it though. I'm not even going.
Yeah. Same basic shit. Same basic shit. Reclaim my throne, the dark angel inside me, power and majesty, eternal fight for life, humanity will be the answer. Work stream. Work. A new day breaks. Baby flood, you need to be stopped. Alright, let's see. Reclaim my throne, dark angel inside me, power and majesty. Eternal fire from life, humanity will be. Let's see. Okay. Yo, Jigsaw, what's up, bro? This is what I need. Skins lists. I'm chilling, bro. What you working on? Nothing. Is I'm just gonna I'm working on Ghost Recon modding. There's a commission I have to work on. Then it's I need to look at the operator real quick. Yeah, and then there's I'm just working on commissions mainly. I'm mostly chilling as well. Nothing much, to be honest. Nothing much. Decided to, you know, why not stream? Let me just stream. And yeah, nothing else. I'm trying to find this operator. I can't seem to find. Was it the Prestige operator? I'm pretty sure I have Ghost Recon. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, nothing much. But what about you, Jigsaw? How you doing, man? It's been a while. The hell, man? Where is the... Yeah, that one, that's the one. What is this called? Armed Raider. Echo Vale. Yeah, that's it, Echo Vale. Yeah, that's the operator. I wanna put this operator in Ghost Recon. I've been busy with real life stuff, to be honest. Fixed my laptop and now I'm on that. Yeah, that's good to hear. I've seen you. That's some crazy shit like you did with GTA 4, and then was it the Vice City one? Like you made the login system. I kind of educated myself, did our research. You did good stuff, bro. Keep on that route. One day you're gonna pop up like crazy, you know. Just don't give up, man. Keep going on that route. Echo Vale 3D model. Okay, I have to find the mega link. Alright, give me a second actually. Just have to look onto stuff, onto quick stuff. Where's this thing? The link. Wait, I think it's on the Discord. Oh, you know what? Let me just share the link. Oh yeah, share the screen. I feel like streamer mode, of course. Can turn this shit back. And I had a link. Yeah.
I just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole!
Oh man. There it is. Flippin' found it. Oh man. Oh. Alright, Black Ops 7. So I have to practically work on this called Warzone. Mason. Huh? Called Warzone. Black Ops 7. Nothing. I don't want to dump, man. Damn it. I don't want to fucking download Warzone and then dump the models itself. Come on, man. I returned to scripting on GTA 4 yesterday because I got some free time this week and I'm actually doing that right now. Yeah, that's good, bro. Seems like we're on the same path right now. Cause I'm legit doing the same shit. I decided to like, fuck it, let me stream. Just like let you guys see what I'm working on, and then it could motivate you as well to do stuff. So this is kind of like a space circle, if that makes sense, yeah. But yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I can't find the model, damn it. Either model. It's not there. It's not that. This Warzone 2.0. It has to be Warzone 2.0. But it's just Warzone 2.0. It's the old one. Alright, let me see Adam's archive. This guy has a lot of models. Oops. No. Warzone. Yep. No. Call of Duty. Main line. Use Greyhound. Damn it. Shut up, bro. Oh, I did not expect you need to... Let me find. Maybe there's a video link. Oh, Kirloper's Mega Drive. Ah, I mean, I doubt it's the same shit. Mason. Oh, BO7. Wait, what? Huh. Okay, if I find the Echo Whale. Big ass monitor, though, I bet it's good for yeah, yep. And I tried to fit on the stream, but I just like, let me just put it on the bottom, you know. So that... damn, I just wished, like, I tried to stream ultra wide, like, you could see, you could get rid of the black bar thing, yeah. So... I couldn't do that because YouTube still kind of stretches the aspect ratio with it. So yeah. Reclaim my throne, the dark angel inside me, honor and victory. Yo, Crypto Doomsday Mastermind. Nope. No. Echo Whale 3D model. Damn it. I don't understand why. Oh, okay, there it is then. Okay. What the fuck then? David Mason, for fuck's sake, I... Okay. That as a zip file. It's fine. Alright, since it's downloading, I need to prepare with some shit. Hold on. I do have SC model. L2K 80K2 GRB. So this is the seal, right? And David Mason Echo Whale. Yeah, that's the sound zip file. Okay. Also, my stream could disconnect momentarily. It's because of my VPN. Sounds. Now I could afford a new VPN, but. Okay, it happened again. What the fuck? I do not know why. I'm moving out from Russia, bro. Like, I'm going back to Finland, and then hopefully streaming would be pretty neat. SMD model. Oh my god. SMD? Oh, wait a sec, what the fuck? Blender source tools. SMD. Houses? Wait, what? It's a... This file is a source... No way. Nah, expected. This error, of course. Sometimes this just does not make any sense. Source IO. So SMD. No. Oh fuck it, FPX works. Yep, that's. Oh neat. It did load them. It did load the textures. Insane. Now with the head model. What's up, Dustin? LOD0. Mask goes here. And there's a trick, yeah. Kind of have to position the bone orientation has to be exact as the older one. Let me see. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Now let's just change the viewport display. And there's certain issues with the fucking alpha textures. Joins this can go away. Now with the textures, alpha. Let's go ambient occlusion, what the hell? I mean, that's Eve, so it quiet generates it for you. Okay, that works. Diffuse color. I can sense the alpha is being applied. Okay, 1. So we have to just get rid of the alpha, simply. Yep, there it works. Oh, and what the hell is alpha channel? Neat. 3 days. What the hell, bro? Time goes flipping fast. Let me turn on my streaming mode real quick. Quarter mesh 4, 3. Just gonna get rid of all the alpha textures, channels, mesh, quarter mesh 10. That's a lot of fucking meshes, damn it. No difference. Lex! Lex! Are you mad, fam? I've noticed. Yo, Mike tweet. Really? Fuck off, bro. I'm using voice mode. Difference. Oh. it cuts off, yeah, I noticed it cuts off. Fuck 6. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh my god. Stupid voice mod, yeah? It's dumb as hell. Sometimes it's like a robotic. Nah, it's just like the streamer mic. 3 days, yeah. I just seen the announcement. It's crazy. I still have to work on the emotes. My dumbass is just busy with fucking work and stuff, so yeah. And commissions. Where is the thing? Background noise. So where the fuck is it? Oh, I don't want to switch to my normal mic. This is such a neat mic. Okay, let me try this. Test! So, it works. The hell? Lock on, in, on. Oh, you mean the voice mod, or just like, just naturally? Just lock in. Nah, man, I locked in. I locked in ever since, man. It's just, I've got shit full on my schedule right now. Naturally. Lex, I think we should play something. Wait, does the eyeballs... I feel like that doesn't... That is not necessary. Yo, I tried... Yesterday I bought a game, yeah? Why do I say yeah? Why the fuck am I starting to say yeah? I'm like German. Why the fuck am I saying yeah, yeah? So, there's this fucking funny ass game. The Choice of Voicer, yeah? If I have the recording. Yeah, yeah, this is one of the examples. I was like testing, yeah? I didn't say yeah. So I was testing. This is so this is a Choice of Voicer game. So like you just dub your voice, yeah? So it's like goes like. By the way, I did this like 2 AM, so. So 5 euros for this, $5. I feel like it's worth it. Oh man. Oh bro, this is insane. Why the fuck is this alpha texture fucked, man? What the hell? Oh, my dumbass. My dumbass. Just have to set this down. Yeah, I'll probably buy it. You don't have to buy it. I just share my screen and just dub it. Why the fuck would you need to buy the existing game that I already have? Besides, it's all locally, so there's no multiplayer whatsoever, sadly. But Parsec would work, and somehow, you know, thinking the ways to have your mic in my local PC, I don't even know. I don't even know. Fuck me, I'm so tired, bro. Damn it. Just woke up tired. Bro, I legit, yesterday I was tired. I went to sleep, I was tired. I woke up, I was tired, knowing that my day is gonna go the same shit. Just work, work, work. Shut up, crypto? Okay. Of course. Also, Loki wanna play Metal Gear Rising again. That shit's... Bro, I should have bought it, man. Fuck hell. I'll get the commission cash anyways. I might, Lex, I might get 40,000 Robux. You're too amazing and strange. Listen, bro. I found a commission. Easy, bro. You know, I just realized something, yeah? I realized something. getting Robux is easy as fuck. Since you work on the VFX, yeah? This is so easy as fuck. I was in a hidden devs Discord. It's like the green logo and shit, yeah. And I found like, yeah, let me just find commission like animation. It's just because you know the UGC bundle animation packs, yeah. They became a thing for a custom. So I'm like, okay, let me try something. Let me provide people with animations. And legit, I'm working with someone. Just recently, I'm working with a guy. It's like Mafioso guy, yeah. He likes Mafioso, the avatar. Well, is it the Forsaken shit? So he requested me to make this kind of like style, choppy animation style. And we agreed to that he will pay me 40,000 Robux. It's 150 euro USD. And that shit is so easy. That is so easy. I'm telling you by fact. Legit animating. Legit, you can do this in a day. You legit can do this in a day. I'm telling you. You just have to. There's 7 animations you just do. And if it's approved, bam, you're getting your shit, bro. But the thing is, when you join a group, it takes 2 weeks for them to transfer the Robux, which is ass in a way. But hey, what can you do about it? Oh yeah, me. Yeah. I can remove the teeth. No. Wait, what's behind the mask? Nothing. It's just a face. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Overall, I'm fucked in the head. I'm still standing on my own 2 feet, doing stuff and working. And bro, I hardly have time to play games as well. I mean, on evening, sure, I can play games, but mainly I just watch YouTube poop and fucking videos. And I go outside and think about life. Bro, legit, yesterday I went outside, yeah? I looked at the sun. And I wondered about life. I thought about this quote here, yeah? I said to myself, if life could wonder you, would you wonder life if life... No, wait, how was it? Have you ever wondered about life if life could wonder you? That life could wonder you if life wonders you. Man, fuck, I forgot the quote. It doesn't matter anyway, so yeah. Man, fucking yap a lot, bro. Damn it. I just keep wondering if you... I just keep talking, bro. Holy shit. Yo, this is such a sick model, though. I'm gonna send this picture to this guy. This guy loves me, man. Commission, bro. These guys love me, man. I didn't make this model right there, but it's a fucked up mod. It's like, it's very shit. So I thought, I could practically just make a better version of this. Since Black Ops did this one. 7. So why not just do this? Yeah, this is my mod right there. Ghost Recon, such a dope ass game. Tactical game. Mike? Okay, for fuck's sake. Alright. Alright. Fuck this shit. Oh, you can still hear me. Tell me. Okay, let me just switch to my normal mic. Fuck, man. So now I'm just gonna turn this shit off. Now, can you hear me properly? Hello. Test mic 1, 2, 3.
Hello. Test mic 3.
It's lagging. Whoa. Whoa. This is new. Why is it lagging? Is it stuttering? Ultra low latency, right? Bet it's this one. Just for you. No way. I don't have this issue. I have I don't have this issue. It's not normal.
Test!
You can see that is not normal. Okay, what about this one? Alright, is it better now? I think it's better. It is better, right? Oh my days. Oh, it's ear rape. Oh, let me hear it. Oh, let me hear it. Wait. Alright, is it better now? Yep, it's ear raping. I'm just gonna turn this shit down, volume down. Yeah. I feel like this is good, right? No stutters, no anything. I don't know what's with the stutters. You even have the... Okay, it's good now? I have fucking microphone set up and shit. This is weird. Anyways. I feel like, should I work on this or should I work for the animation packs? The bundles. I could in fact, I could show you. Oh man. I need to buy fucking Claude AI for the subscription. Length Creepytito? Holy shit. Holy shit, we haven't talked for fucking decades, bro. What the fuck? Why didn't you fucking call me or some shit, bro? What the hell? New animation. So this is the animation pack. Yo, rate this out, yeah? Rate this out. So this is... Let me pull up my fucking, fuck's sakes. Wait, hold on. I'll just connect my controller so you can see the walk. Feeds you. Will you stay? Yeah, this is the walk. This is the run. The jump, I'm still working on the jump. It's like a fedora, when you like fall down, there's like a fedora. This is the climb. Bro, animating is so fucking easy that I would actually teach people how to animate. Now, this is walk. I don't know what's with the issue. People say this is normal. That it's not touching the ladder. Yeah. This is R6 by the way, so that was quite tricky to work on. I still need to work on the swim. Dad, bitch, dad, look at my dad, bitch, dad, look at my dad, bitch, dad. So, yeah, I need to work on the swim. Bro, what the fuck is this? What is that? What the hell is this cursors thing on top? How do I remove this? We love Roblox Studio, yeah. Alright guys, you wanna see the parkour game? I'm gonna show some updates, yeah. Okay, let me show. So this is the animation bundle, imagine 100. Yo, Jigsaw, you gotta do some Roblox shit, bro. I'm telling you, if you know how to script, fucking try to do this. Because if I recall, even Lex can agree, because we're both like studio, we work together as a studio, you know, partners. We could both like agree that it's hard. Like like code programmers are very hard to find. So fucking old Jigsaw would be need to nice. What? Oh yeah, it's normal. Huh. Lex, first person or third person? I don't think first person works on controller. Let me see. Let me try. Let me actually try. Yeah, I can't move. I looked into Roblox. I do want to get into it. Yeah, please do. This shit is hard as fuck. Okay, so only this. I just wanna try. I just want third person. Okay. Bro, I'm telling you guys, this is some hard shit, bro. I've developed on this game for a while now. So why the Roblox, the hell? Still loading. Yeah, oh my god, this VPN issue, bro. I'm flying out to Finland in 2 weeks, by the way, so I won't have to face these issues anymore. Bravo, I swear to God. I'll just wait till the... Of course, as soon as I put my okay. I don't know why I'm a noob. But this is how do I like... Oh my god, I can't... Okay, so this is how it looks like. You know the gameplay. A works, jumping works. Can you wall run? Yeah, let me just fucking do it with some people, I don't give a fuck. So, yeah, this is how it looks like. Let me just go through the obstacle course. So this is like jump. Fun fact by the way with the jump. If you hold space, it will actually charge the jump. But there's a, like, if you like lightly press the space, it will jump lightly, yeah. So this is how it looks like. And the sliding works better. And the best part, wait. The wall run. Wait, that was for the display home. Wall run. Bam. Bam. Wall run. And the slope alignment, bro. It's working, man. It's work in progress. This is beautiful. Bro, why do I sound like Marco Pure, bro? I'm telling you. I'm legit sound like Marco Pure. Wait. Wait. I'm legit like Marco Pure, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, that's the one.
But we're going to make it with vegetables.
Now fucking love
Celery.
Marco Pure.
Carrots, celeriac, cauliflower, garlic, onions, thyme, bay leaf. And then...
Okay, we're not watching Marco Pure. I'm actually showing you how this shit. So yeah, this is how it looks like. And let me just kill myself real quick. Why the fuck am I a noob though? Where's my avatar? My lovely little avatar. Hello? Ugh. So we are in Netherlands, because that VPN was in Germany. Okay. Fucking VPNs. The only thing I despise is VPNs. So fucking... Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. Oh my god, bro. Alright, there you go. Yeah, I don't... Alright. So the obstacle course here... That is so cursed, what the fuck. Fucking only works. So this is how it like, looks like. Boom, boom, boom. Bam. Could have fucking touched that. Damn it. Oh? Works. The stream is back, by the way, so... Yeah. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Come on! Fuck! I need to reach that, hold on. I gotta reach this part. Cylinder part. Why the fuck did my guy just do a 360? Damn it. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what a fucking obby, bro. That was sexy, bro. Let me try and turn. I have to turn. I have to make a turn. My raycast can be OP at some certain areas, you know. Bro, that I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Just go in like boom, bam, bam, bam. 1, 2, 3, boom. Bro, sick. I looked at the phone, by the way. I replayed it. That is hard. That's crazy. I need to slap in the animations as well. Need to work on the animations so it would look quite neat. You could add like a cool boost for the wall run. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Bam. Sick. Yeah, work in progress. Work in progress. AI can be very fucking powerful. I don't know how to call it. This is all AI written. Claude written, by the way. Claude can be fucking insane. One, damn it. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I'm not gonna say.
Valit uusi WhatsApp audio.
Oh, bro, you gotta be kidding me. Wait, be right back, guys. Let's see. Alright. That's about it. Back to work, I guess. Yeah. What's with the other commission, by the way? Marco Pure. Marco Pure. Okay. My bad, guys. Just had to miss the message. Oh, fuck it. Let me just watch more computer and just work. 15 minutes. Yeah. Fuck it.
A tomato sauce to bind it. Once you've made your ragu bolognese, we can make lasagna. We can make a pappardelle with the king oyster mushrooms with the ragu bolognese. It's delicious, so it's quite versatile. It's very simple. Just take our carrots, celeriac, and celery, all exactly the same. So it's slightly larger than a brunoise, but smaller than a macédoine. It's about an 1/8 of an inch square. Maybe a 16th. You see?
I wonder. I could bake them all.
There we are.
I could bake the torso and
And
the...
you do your celeriac and
Shut up,
celery
Mark
zac.
Computer. I could bake the cooking string. Wait, bro, oh, wait. If I bake... Because I have to make specific parts. The helmet, the gears, the wristband, all the stuff. The jacket, the pants, boots, all the stuff. I just wonder, how do I go for texturing? Because having to texture everything one by one is just... Oh, man, it's ass. But then I can't go for... It's gonna get low quality in a way. That makes sense, yeah? So if I think having a jacket, we join the jacket then, because the armor, everything is just on its separate parts. This one is this. The gloves. What the hell is? Oh, interesting. This is a cool Easter egg. Fucking slapping that shit. Huh. Okay, more prepared. You can speak now.
The same. It doesn't have to be perfect. Because remember, we're going to cook it down in oil. So there we go.
Mask. Does that have a face mask? I mean, the balaclava and over all this stuff.
So with the cauliflower,
Is it?
what you do,
Then what the fuck is this?
you just bring. There we are.
Oh my god, that's
very
horrendous. Yeah, how about if I just delete
Quite
this?
close. Just slowly, slowly work it round.
Wait, is that broccoli? Okay. The glass is so different. I can't practically just...
So we've got all the main core there. And then what we do is just push it to one side.
Yeah, I could just...
Just run your knife through it. You can see all that texture.
Texture.
And that will
You can see
break
all the
down through the
texture.
cooking a little bit.
Yeah. You can see all the texture.
Don't try and make it perfect.
No, I flipping love my computer. Too gangster. Too gangster.
And there's our cauliflower. Just run your knife through it last time. But what's interesting, by the way I make the bolognese, it's intense, but it's quite meaty. It's not soggy. Most people boil vegetables, and by boiling them, they're not allowed to release their water. And also, you don't get that intensity of flavour as you do with roasting or frying vegetables.
Plus.
One thing you'll notice is when I do boil something, I boil them in their own juices. One for texture and two for flavour. I put it inside the sous vide pouches, seal it, then poach it.
Nice.
So it's all about intensifying the flavour and preserving and protecting the texture. The ragu bolognese made with vegetables without meat.
Als het das goes
Lollipop.
down, that goes this. Now we just join.
Now we take the onions and the garlic,
Just
which has
focus
been
join
grated,
this.
and
Bam,
same as
join
always, we cook
Bam,
to
join
remove
that.
the water content,
Yeah, that's
to
it.
remove the
That
acidity.
works. What else is this? Ah. And the beaten boots. Perfect.
But slowly,
Everything is
slowly,
at its own
the scent becomes
limits.
less acidic and more sweet. And if you
This
listen
one
to
has
the
its own
sound,
material. This has its own material.
right,
This has its own
it's
material.
gently and gently, because
What
the
kind of
water
buzz
is
is this? There's some tactical boots.
Work the onions across the base of the pan. In with the carrots. In with the celery. In with the celery.
Celery.
In with the cauliflower. In with the thyme. And in with the bay leaf. A little salt.
I just enjoy watching this, man. What the fuck? I'm gonna watch this.
So season with salt and pepper. But remember, remove the blinkers. If you wish to put chili flakes in to give it a bit of heat, that's your choice. If you wish to finish it with some fresh chilies, that's your choice. Allow your palate to dictate. This is just a base. And allow your imagination and your palate to take you somewhere you like to go. Bring it down from the edges. Stay with her. Don't turn your back on her. Allow her to sweat down slowly. Keep on working her and working her and working her until all the water basically is evaporated. The vegetables are cooked, but the intensity of flavour is enormous. Their texture is real. If you listen, the sizzling is very gentle. What that tells me is the water has now evaporated. When I first threw in the vegetables with the hot oil, it's releasing. But as the water releases, the sound gets much gentler. Okay. So we add the fresh tomato sauce, which you would have seen me make in my first BBC Maestro course. And now what we do is we cook that down to the texture that we require. Because what we don't want is it to be loose and sloppy, but at the same time we don't want it to be dense and heavy. It's that balance. If you don't wish to make a sauce, then use
I'm hungry
passata.
as fuck now.
It's fine. So now, cook it down slowly to the texture required, but to retain that texture of the vegetables, so they don't go mushy. You still want texture. It's very important.
Wait, that's it?
My recommendation when you make the ragu bolognese with vegetables is to make it a day in advance so it matures. It's even more delicious. Okay, there we are. Remove the thyme and the bay leaf. Wow. So the first layer is the vegetable. So there we have the vegetable bolognese, first layer. But remember, you can always replace the vegetables with mushrooms and make mushroom lasagna. It's equally as delicious. Rather than use sheets of pasta, use sheets of celeriac. You've seen how I cook it. I cook it as an entire, and I slice it. It's just like building a jigsaw. So then what we do is take some white sauce, which is just a classical white sauce. And then a little sprinkling of Italian vegetarian hard cheese. We slowly build up the layers. And the bolognese you can use with pasta. Yeah, when you make your spaghetti bolognese. Rather than make a bolognese with meat. Okay. A little bit of cheese. Apply a little bit of pressure. Just use up your trim so it doesn't go to waste. Keep your little gaps. So just apply a little pressure. Now, now work your white sauce, your bechamel, over the surface of your lasagna.
What the fuck?
Now
Bro, I'm so... What the fuck did I just...
Now work your white sauce, your bechamel, over the surface of your lasagna.
Bro, it's just smashing it.
Now
Fuck, this is supposed to be ASMR, the fucking...
cheese.
Bro. I'm crying, man. This is insane. We'll actually go for this fucking bit.
Now take bechamel over the surface of your lasagna.
Oh, it's just fucking glitter on this fucking table. Well, I'm watching ASMR, look at this fucking shit.
Cheese.
Oh god. That is hilarious.
There's our lasagna, but without meat. The ragu bolognese is replaced with vegetables. The pasta is sheets of celeriac, but the construction is classical.
That
Cook the
was
lasagna
classic.
at 160 for approx 30 minutes. So there we have it. Our lasagna al forno, which is classical, with ragu bolognese,
Laguro, that
made without
bolognese.
pasta, made without meat. Vegetable bolognese, and the pasta was replaced with the sheets of celeriac. Now,
Those are essentials.
it smells sensational. And just a little crystal salt. There's something rather delicious about crystal salt. When it hits the tongue, it dissolves, and that explosion of the sea is just extraordinary. Remember when you season? Season twice, at the start and at the end. And there we have it.
Nice. Just gonna stop watching this shit. Salmon with piperade.
On the 20th of March, Napoleon Bonaparte declared himself Emperor of France. Many years later, on the same date, the 20th of March 1978, I started my career as an apprentice chef at the Hotel St. George in Harrogate. My position was in the larder. Every morning, I was in charge of making the buffet for the hotel guests. The new potatoes from the night before were turned into a potato salad. The French beans were turned into a salad niçoise. And the ratatouille was served cold. No wastage. And then the only thing we really made, apart from the obvious, used to make piperade. It wasn't a great piperade. It was too wet. It didn't have the intensity of flavour. It didn't have the texture which is required. So what I'm going to do next is give you a little insight into how I make piperade. Not like the
Piperade.
Hotel St. George all those years ago. So we'll start with the concasse. So we take our petals. They have to be perfect because they're going to break down.
Vänta, det came much usual.
And then the peppers. We puncture them. And then we deep fry them until they start to blister. Then we place them in a bowl, cover with cling film, and allow them to cook in their own steam. And when they're cooled, we skin them, and then we julienne them. It's that simple. So with the red pepper, we open her, take away this, remove the seeds. We quarter her, and then we remove the ribs, but we don't throw them away. Little tip there. The skins, we peel them,
I got the
but
mask
keep
here.
them. When possible, do not throw anything away. Because the importance of these skins and those ribs, what we do with them, we put them in the blitzer with a little bit of tomato puree, the skins of the tomatoes and the insides of the tomatoes, a little bit of olive oil, and we blitz it. And then we pass it through a very fine chinois and make a fresh passata. And the difference the passata makes to the piperade is extraordinary. Without it, it's not the same. So that little bit of waste which normally ends in a bin ends in the piperade. So we take the peppers, and all we do with them is just julienne them. As you can see, just run the knife through them. They don't have to be perfect, because nothing is perfect.
8192. 8192.
They're slightly different. So accept imperfection. And through accepting imperfection, you'll create perfection.
Sure.
So there's our peppers. So, you take the onion, take the core. As you can see, I'm chopping the onion rather finely. No need to look if you know where the blade is. Okay, take a little garlic. We could be professional and take the core out. But I'm a home cook now, not a professional cook. Okay, so now we're ready. The peppers, which have been fried, steamed, skinned, sliced. The onion, sliced super fine. The garlic, sliced super fine. Concasse of tomatoes, thyme, bay leaf. And then we have the fresh passata. So now it's time to make the piperade.
Pepper.
Olive oil, onions, garlic. Work them across the base of the pan. Why? So the water evaporates quicker. And by cooking something quick, you retain freshness. You retain that natural sweetness of the onion rather than being boiled in its own juices. I've said many times before to question, to question, to question. Process your thoughts and give yourself the answer, the correct answer. Okay, at the time, add the bay leaf. Continue to work. As you can see, the water content is gone. And I can also tell by the smell. So now we add the tomato concasse. And once again, work it across the pan so it evaporates quicker, so you retain freshness. So what you can see now is happening, the tomatoes are releasing their water. They're starting to break down. We've got to take it that little bit further to create that concentrate of fresh tomatoes. So now, just pull your spatula across. Can you see it's starting to bleed out very slowly, so it's almost there, it's sort of 95, 98% there. You just work it. So pull your spatula through, and you can see the water is minimal. It's olive oil which is seeping out. It's ready. So now we add the red peppers. And add the fresh passata which we made. There we are. And the working of the peppers, the speed of the cooking, retains that freshness. And that's what it's all about, whether you're making an imam bayoldi, whether you're making a ratatouille, whether you're making a piperat. It's about the speed. It's not about a slow braise, because it all stains and dies. What you want is that freshness. You want those sunshine flavours of Provence. So now, we've only got two things left to do. One is to season, and two is to cook it down to the perfect texture. And we season with a little bit of paprika, a little salt. So just work it slowly and allow it to cook down. I've told you about time. Time in the kitchen is only a guideline. But sometimes it's worth investing a bit of time in the right place and not the wrong place. It's like when you make pasta. Why don't I make my own spaghetti? Because I've got the machinery to make it. And secondly, they're more consistent than I am.
Bro, I
And
can't
life
hear
is a-
shit. What the fuck is he saying? What does Marco Pierce say?
She's all about. Why don't I make my own spaghetti? Because I've got the machinery to make it. And
I'm
secondly,
like, what?
they're more consistent.
I've got the machine. Oh,
And life in the kitchen is all about consistency. It's about focus. It's about discipline. It's about punctuality. If you're late, you'll always be late. If you can't focus, you'll be inconsistent. If you can't stay disciplined, you'll deliver inconsistency again. The key to survival in those 3-star restaurants is punctuality, discipline, focus, which all equal inconsistency. And that's what 3 stars is all about, consistency. So keep on working. So you can see now when I pull my spatula through, it's not flooding the same way. Can you see? It's just slowly oozing out. We'll go a little bit further.
what the fuck? Check the fuse.
It's almost there. What it needs is just a little bit more seasoning. Not much more, because we have to take into consideration reduction. It's almost perfect. We're talking seconds away. But it's still wet and moist, but it has texture, it has density, and it's not going to bleed across the plate. You just look. And there we have it. Perfection. Now, we must be generous with the oil in the pan, but look at the thickness of the salmon steaks. So it speeds up the cooking. If there's not enough oil in the pan, then what happens is it starts to dry. There we are. Right. In the pan, olive oil. When you go to Spain and you watch them cook fish, they shallow fry it. But look how well they cook fish. Very few people in this world cook fish as well as the Spanish. Season. In with the salmon. Season the top side.
Ah,
So we want to pick it up
that
gently.
makes sense.
The last thing we want to do is warm it on an aggressive heat. It sort of dries it. So just gently bring the heat in. Okay.
Could practically just.
You may ask why I moved the pan. The reason why, the bullseye is always the hottest. It's cooler here. So by moving the pan, the fish cooks evenly. So let's take our basil, which once again works amazingly well with salmon, and piperat. Let's just listen to the pan. Just line them up, and then just slice. Don't bruise herbs. Just let the knife do the work. Okay. And look at basil as a salad rather than a herb in this dish. Okay. Okay. In with the pipran. Once again, service is family style. And olive oil, lemon juice, crystal salt, dressed with the tiniest amount of basil. And there we have it. Salmon with piperad, oil, lemon, little crystal salt, and just a little fresh basil to wash the palate.
Yes. Oh, fucking way.
I'm going to take you back over 40 years ago. It was the 20th of March, 1978, 6 p.m. in the kitchens of the Hotel St. George in Harrogate. I was on the larder. My chef de partie was a man called Michael Truelove. He said to me, Marky, there's one thing you must know about service. Service is service. The chef might swear at you, he might scream at you, he may even throw something. And all you do is say, yes, chef. Never question it. Remember, it's service, it's not personal. And that evening, one of the dishes that I had to make was avocado crab. It's as simple as that. But they served it with mayonnaise. Since then, I've done it slightly different. So let me show you how it's done. It's very simple. Some fresh crab. A little lemon juice. A little salt. Tiny, tiny bit of white pepper. A little olive oil. And just work it through very gently. Okay, that's fine. Now we take an avocado. Just take off the base and then just peel it back. Cut the avocado in half, not lengthways, across the center. And just roll the knife round. Twist. Remove the stone. Now, what we do is we take the crab. Now take the top of the avocado and place it on top. So, this is where it gets interesting. Gently paint with oil. Centralize it. Wet your fingers with the oil. Take the herbs and work them through your fingers very gently so not to bruise them. Now stick them to the avocado and work it round. All it takes is a tiny, tiny bit of patience. So, let me take a chive. And line on your finger again, and then you just finish it off. A little more olive oil. No crystal salt. And then a little lemon juice. And there we have it. Avocado and crab. Basically, 2 ingredients on a plate. Simple. And let's not forget, the more you do to food, the more you take away from her. Keep it simple. Mm-hmm. I'm a fish lover. My favorite fish to cook, to eat. Turbot, red mullet, sea bass, John Dory, Dover sole, and the list goes on. Let me say one thing. Ratatouille works amazingly well with it. It works so good. The excellent sauce and a garnish. Keep it simple. The more you do to fish, the more you take away from it. Now let's understand one thing about when cooking fish. 15 seconds of a lifetime. So today, red mullet with ratatouille, a splash of oil, lemon juice, crystal salt, herbs, bang, and serve it immediately. Now, let's season. Just the top side. Let's shake it round. With red mullet, never get the pan too hot. It curls. And what we're going to have to do here, just imagine you're at home. We have 10, 12 fillets to cook, if they're small. So how do we do it with a small stone? Let me show you. In a professional kitchen, lots of stoves are small. When I was a boy in the old Gavroche, tiny. It's amazing what you can do out of a small kitchen. And as I've always said, the best food comes out of small kitchens. Let's just work it very gently. Move the pan. Don't be shy to touch food. Now season again the underside. Just flip them over. Just gently get the heat into it. When you cook red mullet, very gently. The pan always does all the work for you. Just allow the heat through slowly. Don't cook red mullet aggressively. Right, into the ratatouille. I always make my ratatouille the day before. Why? Because it's more intense. You cook it fresh, it's nice, but a day after, it's something else. Like most things when you cook them the day before. Touch with your nail. Right, there we are. Finish off the ratatouille. I know I shouldn't say, but I will. It's delicious. So, onto the plate. There we are. Just place the red mullet. Olive oil. I know we've already seasoned the red mullet, but remember how much was washed off during the cooking. Cook crystal salt, and then finish with some herbs. And with red mullet, lots of them. And there we have it. Dinner in 2 minutes. But what makes it so fast is making the ratatouille the day before so it matures. All you have to do is warm it up. Why sweat over dinner? Why spend your time in the kitchen when you should be with your guests? The herbs. Basil's fantastic. Coriander's fantastic. Parsley's fantastic. Chervil. Just a mixture of herbs, whatever you want. It works with red mullet. The ratatouille and the red mullet together are extraordinary. And then wash your palate with the herbs. Ready for the next mouthful. Piperade is one of those great French classics. It's delicious. It works well with salmon and all white fish. Now, we must be generous with the oil in the pan, but look at the thickness of the salmon steaks. So it speeds up the cooking. If there's not enough oil in the pan, then what happens is it starts to dry. There we are. Right. In the pan, olive oil. When you go to Spain and you watch them cook fish, they shallow fry it. But look how well they cook fish. Very few people in this world cook fish as well as the Spanish. Season. In with the salmon. Season the top side. So we warm the piperade gently. The last thing we want to do is warm it on an aggressive heat. It sort of dries it. So just gently bring the heat in. Okay. You may ask why I moved the pan. The reason why, the bullseye is always the hottest. It's cooler here. So by moving the pan, the fish cooks evenly.
got basil, which once again works amazingly well with salmon, and the piperat. Let's just listen to the pan. Just line them up, and then just slice. Don't bruise herbs. Just let the knife do the work. Okay. And look at basil as a salad rather than a herb in this dish. Okay. In with the piperat. Once again, service is family style. Little olive oil, lemon juice, crystal salt. Just press with the tiniest amount of basil. And there we have it. Salmon with piperat, oil, lemon, little crystal salt, and just a little fresh basil to wash the palate. Moules marinière, one of the easiest and simplest and most delicious dishes to make. I've been in the trade for over 40 years. I've seen our menus in bistros, brasseries, restaurants, hotels. It's one of the nation's favourite. It's so simple. It's a classical dish. I make it with butter and oil, not with cream. So let me show you. Take some shallots. Tiny bit of garlic. White wine. Bit of thyme. A bit of bay leaf. Once again, reduce it down to remove the acidity, so you end up with the sweetness of the wine. Rules. Lid. Now let the stove and the pan do the work. And then to finish, the marinière butter. What is it? 250 grams of butter. Work it with your hands so it takes on the texture of a birdlong. Whisk in 250 mils of olive oil. And then add the chopped parsley. That's all. No cream required. And when the last one's smiling, we monte what I should say is, and when the last one's smiling, it's time to add the butter. Give them a shake. Again. We're almost there. And that's how quick and easy moules marinière are. No technical ability required, just a little bit of confidence. That's all. Take the butter. There's our platter. Let's remove the mustards. You see they've just started to smile. Now, add the butter. No need to season. The sea's done that for us. And then add the butter. And there we are. Georges Meunier, a great French classic, a great British favourite, in less than 5 minutes. The book that had the most influence on my life was called The Great Chefs of France by Quentin Crew. It was extraordinary. It gave me insight to 12 three-star restaurants outside of Paris, the Trois Gros brothers, Pic, Bis, the Hamelin brothers, Bocuse, Barrier, Outier. At the back of the book, it had their menus. I noticed that Louis Outier at La Napole had a cocktail of Longsteins on its menu. Maxime's, when I saw menus, had cocktails of crab on their menu. Cocktails de fricaneur. And so therefore, it was acceptable in a three-star restaurant. Today, what have chefs done? They've taken the prawn cocktail and put it on a plate and call it a salad de Longstein, a salad de crab. But really, it's a prawn cocktail. And that's what I'm going to make for you. Something back in the 70s, which was a three-star dish, when done well, with the finest of ingredients. So, the Marie Rose sauce. It's very simple. Mayonnaise. The ketchup. As I always say, it's the colour rather than the flavour. When you've got the colour correct, then the flavour's correct. And let's not forget, ketchup is the biggest selling sauce in the world. Who doesn't like ketchup? A little brandy. A little Worcester sauce. A little Tabasco. Everything out of a bottle.
Collusion.
Okay. Longsteins. Lemon juice. A little salt. A olive oil, just season them. Now, the chiffonade of lettuce. Season. Now, place into the glass. And the leg. Okay, and then just a little parsley to bring it all to life. And there we have it. A three-star cocktail of Longsteins with a classic Marie Rose sauce. Taking you back over 40 years ago to those great French restaurants that served it. Maxime's, Tour d'Argent, Louis Outier's La Napole. But let's be honest, brutally honest, it takes a lot to beat a classic prawn cocktail. The perfect surf and turf. Lobsters, potatoes, truffle. How indulgent, but how simple. So, we take the lobster. Squeeze the tail and just pinch it out. There we are. Crack the claws. Just remove the milk. There we are. Okay. So these are new potatoes, which have been boiled with a little lemon juice and salt. When they're cooked, drain them and drop them into the oil. It's as simple as that. Slice the potatoes, not too thin, not too thick. Okay.
seems to be...
Take your lobster head, shape it, place it at 12 o'clock. Slice into small medallions. Place your tail on the plate. Season with a little salt and a little lemon. Slice the truffle. Place on the medallions of lobster. A little oil. And to finish, a little parsley, so the dish becomes balanced. And there we have it. The simplest of salads in the world. Potato, lobster and truffle, sea and earth. What a wonderful starter. Allow me to introduce you into that three-star world and some of its simplicities. Not everything has to be technical. Not everything has to be complicated. Where you can take a slice of sourdough, some butter, anchovies, shallots, and a little parsley on top. Bang, the perfect sandwich. It takes you somewhere you've never been before. Right, simple sourdough. I'll leave the grill to do the work. So it's very simple. Slice shallots. Just loosen them up. So, generous with the butter. Just remember, butter makes everything taste better. A life without butter is not a life, trust me. And you want the butter half melted. Anchovies. And be generous with them. It's amazing what happens when you place it into your mouth and bite. And just sprinkle with the loose shallots. A tiny bit of parsley. And you have to question what's happening in your mouth. You have to question, you have to think, why? So if you think about what's happening, toasted sourdough, unsalted butter, anchovies, shallots, finely sliced, layered, sprinkled. You bite into it, the first thing that hits you is the warmth, then the acidity, and then the salt of the anchovies. But it's all softened by the butter and by the toast, and that little bit of parsley just to wash the palate for the next slice. Simplicity on a plate, but three-star flavors. The world of gastronomy, majority of the time, is very serious. But every so often, it can have its elements of fun. And the dish I'm going to do next is just a little bit of fun. It's very simple. It's not 3 stars Michelin. But is it delicious? Is it naughty? Do you want to eat it? Yes. Mushrooms, mature Gruyere, and garlic butter. And who doesn't like garlic butter? Apart from people who don't like garlic. So, let's get our pan on the stove. And a little oil. So, take your King George oyster mushrooms. Cut them into big chunks. Always remember, and take into consideration shrinkage. Okay. So we like to cook mushrooms twice. The first time to remove the water. The second time to cook them and to inject that flavour into them. Okay. So let's take our mushrooms.
Nero, what's up, man? What's up? Just working. Commission.
So you just build it up, builds. Get up. Just let them hang.
Can make it stronger as well. Oh, it's Alcatraz. Oh.
A little bit of cheese.
Oh, what's up, man? You good? Yeah, it's just I'm working on texture editing. Nothing. No. Interesting.
Crispy
Just
onions.
need to test things. So what's up, man? You been good?
Cheese and onions are one of those great magical
The hell is that?
combinations.
Huh?
It's just fun as a centerpiece. More cheese.
Pretty good, to be honest. Can't complain.
too much
Yeah,
cheese.
that's good to hear.
Just
It's
about
good to hear.
so it melts.
How's life work? Just chilling, man. Working on making mods and stuff, and working on games, you know. So nothing really has changed a lot. Aha. What the hell is this supposed to be? This is weird to see. I could just like get rid of this.
It's just a fun construction,
But yeah,
but delicious to eat.
nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just chilling.
Allow it to all melt into one.
No wonder. I'll just keep it like this, yeah. Texture editing. Just purely texture editing, mostly. I had to pack all these materials into one.
Bring your trim.
Occlusion. So this is interesting with modding, right? Texture editing, they consist of a lot of
A little
texture.
more salt.
Consists of a lot of texture packs. For example, GTA, right?
So think of all those
GTA
flavors.
has only one texture,
Mushrooms.
San Andreas.
Cheese.
But this one has
Garlic butter.
the diffuse,
Crispy onions.
the normal, the occlusion, the glossiness, the mask texture. It has a lot, man. And yeah, I
Now
work
all we have
fast.
to do,
I work naturally, you know.
120 for 20 minutes.
Just a mix shader.
Watch how it comes out. Time to
Slap on
dress
mix shader
this
here.
magical Christmas tree. Garlic butter, herbs, a drip of oil, crystal salt, minute of pepper.
No, this is a win. Yeah, ambient occlusion is clearly doing its thing. Yeah, you can see.
And there we have it. Our mushroom Christmas tree. Served with toast and finished with a bit of garlic butter.
You can make it inside.
There we are.
Whole lot of textures,
Just
yeah.
a little garlic
Whole
butter.
lot. But it's for
You think of all those things we love. Crispy fried onions. Melted cheese.
this is for Ghost Recon Breakpoint game. I don't know if you've heard of this, but it's like Assassin's Creed.
Shit.
Ubisoft made it, and it's like I'm slapping this model in. It's gonna be very
A
hard,
little fresh herb.
but you know, commission they give me money, you know, a lot of money for this. So I'm enjoying this. You know, I'm really enjoying this, working on this. I'm just like
Be
chilling
generous
and
with the
stuff.
herbs.
What is weird, in fact, is oh no,
Tiny bit of olive oil.
it's lagging as well.
Just that cascade.
I feel like it's this one.
Little crystals. And there we have it.
It's strange why it's lagging. Maybe I have this.
Vegetarian apple cheese.
So glad to hear, man. Good for you. Yeah, but what about you, Alcatraz? You doing good? Yeah.
Bingo. When
Everything
it comes to cooking certain joints,
going forward in
sometimes you have to
life.
start with a cold pan. Depending on your insight to what I'm saying. coal pan on the stove. Rump of lamb with a coating of fat.
I forgot
One
about
of my
something.
favourite joints.
I
It's
know
a joint
why.
of 1 or 2
Don't
depending on
color.
the size of the rump. Season it.
There you
Place
go.
the fat down into a
I
pan.
forgot. See, there's color spaces with normal
And then
maps.
place it on the stove.
That's the issue.
You may ask why.
Because, you know, you can't have normal maps for, like,
As the heat enters,
color, right?
the
If that
fat
makes
renders.
sense.
Once the fat's rendered,
Yeah,
you can
Blender is
start
using a lot of
caramelizing.
resources. Let me
That's
just
what you want.
close
Had I
this
thrown that lamb into a hot pan,
and then reopen.
what would have happened? It would have caramelized without rendering. And there's nothing worse than fat that's uncooked. As you see, just
Actually, it's going good, man. I'm back to making music, so it's all good. I'm going smoothly. I'm proud of you, man.
slowly rendering.
The more you work on your music and the path that you go forward in life, you know, you just have to go through, you know, all the difficulties and stuff, you know. Because at first, at the start, it's gonna be very hard, but you need to have the discipline to going forward. Because it's gonna get hard. For me, I'm trying to work on different ways, and it is very hard for me, you know. But you know, you just have to enjoy it. Just enjoy doing what you love, and you'll definitely get there quicker and succeed. That's really about it. There were a lots of ups and downs, and my friend and I went through it. I can't come back strong. Exactly. Keep that mindset. You have to keep that mindset forever, man. This is actually a very strong mindset to have. It will. I wish I had this mindset, but you know, I have problems, me myself included. But the more you do and work for yourself, the better it becomes. So it's experience. I call it experience, mainly. Just enjoy. That's all I'm gonna say. Just enjoy doing what you love, and you'll succeed. There, I fixed it. It will all come through time. Don't worry, man. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud that you're doing something. You know, because you know. Oh man. Bro. Just my brain is not functioning properly. I have a lot, like I'm working on this. Right now I'm just like so low on energy. But besides the fact to do what you enjoy the most, don't just, you know, sit and waste time, right? Doing stuff. You have the talent to pursue, and what I understood when I was building my reputation is to go open, you know, go around communities and show what they can, show that what you're capable of, and people are actually like interested to, you know, work with you. You're gonna soon to have clients, right? This is what I'm doing. This is a client requesting me this for this model in the game, and I get paid for this. This is like, and it's a side hustle, by the way. It's like just a side job that I do it on my spare time. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Anyways, since we've covered this non-color, I feel like the glossiness should be roughness, because glossiness and roughness are like kind of the same, right? Should be non-color. Yeah, you can see some glossiness happening here. That's good, decent. My PC is going very insane. Sometimes it happens to be most of the time. Side jobs are paying way better than the main. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Because, for example, if you want to go for euros or USD, a main job usually pay, in Finland they pay 2,000 USD euros for just job, yeah. but you can be earning 10k euros. Just do what you want to actually enjoy. I'm gonna show you a secret actually. I'm gonna show you the secret. I have a new channel that I opened. Wait. Got a new channel that I opened. It's FudsFeed, and I've earned 26,000 subscribers just by posting shorts content. It's asking for verification. Hold on, just signing in. Yeah, so yeah, I just post the short content. It's like spare time, you know. I have my screen here, yeah. And like in the last 40 days I've gained 21,000 subs just by posting content, yeah. And since I've worked on YouTube for 11 years now, I know how the algorithm work. I just, you know, let me try. And I've earned 18 million views in the last 28 days. Just like that. And it's just mainly harmless dad pranks. Something that viewers would actually sit and watch and enjoy. This is one. Yeah, like, it's just an ordinary ranking shorts. These are very simple to do. These are very easy to do. But I just love doing it. That's me, mainly. I just enjoy posting these and how does it see 350,000 likes. Damn, I must have stumbled upon your work. I keep this hidden most of the time. I just keep it myself. I don't really show it to people mainly, but you know, since we've came into this discussion, I was like, you know what, let me just show you this. Sad thing with earning monetization, I'm still in the process of it. It says build your channel history. So I'm currently in works with that. But top of all, it's doing good. I'm doing some shorts and reels for certain gambling content creators. Yeah, sure, and that works. But make sure for reels, you make sure that viewers would actually sit and watch the shorts fully, right? Because I have 2 minutes. There's one short that is 2 minutes long, and I've got 83% of the viewers watching fully. So usually average people would actually get 60%, 70%, since it's like, it's not low, it's not bad, but it's very average. But people would actually sit and watch, you know, 83%, 85 also. And I get paid way more than my, yeah, exactly. What's important is to be open. Don't just make YouTube content, do more, you know. Keep yourself occupied. I bought a course, a Roblox course, where you make games and stuff. There's this one guy, he said that keeping yourself occupied and having to be in a full stress, it's actually progress. It's something that you're actually doing something right. Because when you have a lot of stress, it makes you go forward. It's like a kick, yeah. It kicks you in, like, yo, stop just slowing down. You have to do stuff. You have priorities, yeah. And this is kind of like a sign where, yo, you gotta do this. So yeah, but keep doing what you love and enjoy. Don't do it like because jobs, usually you have to wake up 9 a.m. You have to do this, you have to do that. It gets very, very like tiring. Yeah, it's something you really don't enjoy. And I'm not saying that jobs could actually like be very tiring and you don't want to work and stuff. But some people actually love their job. They love doing it. Yeah, I'm doing the clickbait thing. Yeah, what's important, and make sure you keep this in mind when you work on YouTube, right? Try to make YouTube see that you're posting certain niche, the topic. Make sure that YouTube sees your content. Make sure the algorithm looks that this channel is building this type of niche, so let it build for a while and then it will pop up like that. I'm gonna show you. Hold on. The good thing for me is that it's for their own channels, not mine. Do your own channel. Do your own channel. I mean, it is fine as long as they pay you the compensation for this, but it's better you do your own channel. It's something you're gonna be managing most of the time. Look at this. Look, I started off with 52 views, and that's June 4th. It's somewhere here. So 52 views, and that was my first video, first short. You think so? Yeah. That doesn't mean you have to quit working for your friend, but try and, you know, keep working with them, but try at the same time, try going on a different direction. Try building your channel, and if that fails, then you can still try again, and you would still be working with the guy. So 52, then 21, 33. These are cat videos. Boom, boom, 33. And then there's, I thought, let me just pick a new niche. Boom, best harmless dad pranks. Got 1.1 million. And then this one, oh my god, reached 10 million. This one reached 10 million. It's my first time seeing the 10 million right here. Yeah, and then this one, I went back to cat videos, and it just shows that, damn, this isn't working, let me just keep doing the harmless dad pranks. This one had 300,000, not bad. This one is 1.8 million. This one is 300,000, and this one reached I'm not gonna say it, but you know, 6.8, almost 6.8 million views, then 600 views, 600,000, 700,000, and 1 million soon. And I haven't posted anything. These are July 6th. These are somewhere there. So I just keep, like, I'm just waiting for the monetization. And that's about it. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's the matter of understanding the algorithm. You have to understand the algorithm properly. When you keep changing the new niche, and don't be careful. Just do what you see in the homepage. It could be the World Cup content, could be the cooking content, the entertaining, cooking, gaming, all this stuff. What you enjoy, what you like, and have people benefit from it, you know, and enjoy. So yeah, this is kind of my secret. This is kind of what I do mostly. Because you can see my old channel, it's dead. It's very dead. But I just stream because, you know, I love streaming, and let me just work and see. Yesterday I posted a new short. I just wanted to post a short here. I like this. And it's not bad, 1.4k. The other one had 10 million, this one has 1.4. But I just love streaming. This is kind of like a personal channel. So yeah. And that's really about it. Just do what you enjoy and you will definitely succeed. I just need to wait till YouTube verifies my channel. And yeah. me see, what have I missed mostly? Thank you for the advice, man. Much appreciated. You're very welcome, man. You're always welcome to, you know, hop in the VC and chat. And I'm willing to help more. If you got any questions, you can always just ask. Feel free to ask. But yeah. So this one has one texture. Well done, my love. Yeah. My guy. Just gonna carry on watching my computer. Slow watching this guy.
There's no rush. Look at the caramelization already. Look how much fat has been released. It's worth investing the time. The result is sensational. And then the reason why I cook it skin side down in the oven is because the fat protects the meat. And then what happens is that further caramelization happens. It's a very beautiful way of cooking lamb. All we have to do now is caramelize it further. In the oven, 10, 12, 15 minutes, depending on the size of the rump. There's an art to cooking meat, and that art is understanding each individual joint. Think about a chicken breast. We cook it perfectly, but the fat's not cooked. Why? Because they threw that chicken breast into a hot pan. The chicken was cooked before the skin could cook. So what you should do is let your chicken breast down into a cold pan and bring the heat in and render the chicken fat. Seal it, back onto the fat, back in the oven. But my advice would be never cook a chicken breast unless it's on the bone.
I've read somewhere this, I'm not sure if it's true though.
For 12 minutes.
Read somewhere
So
where?
what that now needs is a best.
Is Dice from some? Yes, he is. Dice is my brother. And I really wish he wasn't, you know, joining Souls, but here he is. And it pains me to say, but damn, he is in fact my brother. I know for a fact he has caused a lot of troubles in the community, but I can't stop him, man. I can't stop him. It is what it is now. Jacket mask. There's no mask here. I mean, I could paint it over. Yeah, but Dice is my brother, in fact. Well, has he caused some troubles? Has he caused some issues for the community? Because I could already sense that. Every single time. He follows my footsteps, man. He follows where I, you know, go. Well, I can't blame him, man. Brothers are like that. They are keen, you know, interested in what you go, you know, where you want to go, and they just love to follow you. It's all cool, crazy follow. Ah, it is, bro. In fact, I've seen him. I've seen him do stuff. He reminds me of 2020 crypto. He reminds me of that crypto that I used to be 6 years ago. Because back I used to be like him. I used to troll a lot and then didn't give a fuck. And I can't like visualize it. But it's more energetic, you know. He's more like a bit crazy. Just like you mentioned. Glove diffuse. Oh yeah. enough, man. Glove mask. So there's 3 models remaining. There's the armor piece, the helmet, and a bunch of stuff. KTB. Oh man. I'm still around Souls though, don't get me wrong. Just looking at all the stuff. Yeah. Fuck me, back then Souls used to be 2022 Souls used to be insane. Why the fuck are there out of speedy here? I used to make this render. Why I tagged with 225 times. Oh man. Yo, what the fuck? Chain Z, Spooky, blah blah blah, Boris, Crypto, that's me. But that's fake, that's like, we wasn't that active, we didn't used to be active, it was just the log was fucked up. Yeah, we used to bug out a lot of members online. Ah, that breaks me back. That brings me back. I just wish I could have gone back to this. And my guy out there. Crazy, man. This is insane. Yeah. Damn. I used to post a lot of horrendous fucking stuff. That's like old Discord. Yeah, I can't see the streamer, but I used to post a lot of horrendous stuff. So yeah. I gotta get going now. Good luck with this model. Stay safe and thank you for your time. You're very welcome, man. What's up with my stomach? What the hell? Haven't eaten anything as well. But yeah, have fun, man. Just keep pursuing your dreams. Keep going that way, that path, and you'll succeed. God willing. Have fun, man.
And then we'll dress with you, man. But let's work on the man. Just check the seasoning at the end. Work the seasoning through. And just bring the heat in slowly. Mix it all with that.
The armor piece and the...
So the lamb has now been resting for 5 minutes. So it's very simple. Let's finish the dish. Basically, Imam Bayoldi acts as a vegetable, a garnish, a sauce. There we are. Just running these juices. Bingo. New Caesar's lamb is always milder. some natural roasting juices with the olive oil. And just some fresh coriander. So there we have it, the roast rump of lamb with imam bayaldi and the natural juices, little crystal salt, coriander. It's as simple as that. If I take myself back to the late 70s, when I was that very young cook at the Box Tree, inspired by the boys from the Box Tree, they used to tell me stories about the great restaurants of France. And there was one name that stood out. His name was Roger Verger. He had a 3-star Michelin called Les Moulins de Moujon in the south of France. I bought his book called Cuisine of the Sun. I started to read it. I became inspired with Provençal cuisine. Very simple food, but deliciously tasty. Anyway, years later, I interviewed a young man who had done his apprenticeship and served his time with the great Roger Verger. He'd spent 5 years there. I employed him as a chef de partie. And then he was made sous chef, and then he became my head chef. His name was Robert Reed, an extraordinary cook, great palate, gifted, talented, consistent. For many years he stood by my side, and the truth is, had it not been for Robert, we would never have won our 3 stars in the Michelin. And what he did was introduce me to the south of France, like no one had ever introduced me before. So let's take you now back to the south of France. And the dish I'm going to cook is a very simple ratatouille. So, pan, olive oil. As you can see, the onions, they've been minced with the garlic. And it's the same principle as always. You must be now getting bored of me. Cook your onion to reduce the water content. Remove the acidity. It's as simple as that. Just spread it across the pan. There we are. You can see the water within the onions. That's all got to go. Because if we don't remove the water, then that acidity and that water stays within the ratatouille. So, while that's reducing down, let's prepare the courgettes. Take off the nose. Cut lengthways in half, and then cut them in half again. And then what we do is, we remove the seeds, keep the flesh. There's nothing worse than having a ratatouille which is sloppy and wet. Off with the nose, and just dice. Now, off with the tail, off with the nose, and now what we're doing. Little lemon juice, because what you want is a nice creamy, yellowy aubergine, not grey. Now, we're almost there. One thing you have to do is train yourself to keep the eyes on the job, the ears in the pan. So I knew exactly what was happening, even though I was over there, dicing the aubergines and the courgettes. What I can taste is that scent of acidity. But what I can really taste is the sweetness of the onion coming through. And that's the importance of investing a little bit of time. So next, the red peppers and the green peppers have been minced. And then the tomatoes. You can almost guess what I'm going to say. Same procedure. Reduce it down until all the water content has evaporated. Then we have the sweetness of the onions, the garlic, the red pepper, the green pepper, and the tomatoes. There we are. Okay. Next stage. So here we have a surface top fryer. And now what we do is we fry them very quickly. There we are. So we fry the aubergines at 180 in olive oil and arachido oil for about 2 minutes. But the one thing I know that they're all cooked consistently. In a pan, they stew. This way, they're cooked rapidly, and that retains freshness. So, now it's time to add the thyme and the bay leaf. So there we are. Put the herbs at the very end, so you get the freshness of the herb. Just imagine you're making a pot of tea. You put the tea in the pot, in with the water, allow it to infuse, put it into your cup, little milk, delicious. The second cup is never equally as delicious. Why? Because it's lost its freshness. It's now started to stew. The first cup is always the best cup. And so treat herbs like a cup of tea. Aubergines, drain them well. There we are. Season. So proceed with the courgettes. There we are. So now we add the fresh passata, which we made with the skins of the red peppers, the insides of the tomato. There we are. Just work it through, and now we take it down to texture. There we are. You can see it's wet, it's flooded. And by reducing down the passata, it gives it that intensity, but you must reduce it fast to retain the freshness. And always bring it down from the sides, otherwise you'll stain your sauce. Drain and season. So we add our courgettes at the very end when they've cooled, because if they're really red hot and the sauce is hot, they continue to cook, they continue to braise within their own juices, and that's not where we're going. So you can see the sauce, it's now starting to thicken. And once again, through, it's too wet. That tells you it's too wet, just by running that through. So we're not far away now. I'm just pulling the spatula through, and I can see the sauce leaking out. So stay with it when you get to this stage. Don't wander off and get another job. It's very easy to be distracted. You must stay focused. Take the bay leaf out. Seconds is a lifetime when cooking food. 30 seconds is the difference between it being perfect or it being over-reduced. It's as simple as that. We're almost there. Now. So in with the courgettes and the aubergine. Don't be shy to use your hands. The more you touch food, the more you understand her. Bring off the heat. Tiny bit of olive oil. Why? 1 for flavour. 2 to slow down the cooking. A couple of salt. Work it through. So now if you watch, when I put it through, it doesn't leak. So, onto a cold plate to remove the heat. Just spread her out to get the heat out of her. You can make ratatouille finer, and visually it looks really pretty, but it doesn't have the texture, and that's what we're after, the texture. You can't refine things too much. It's about the eating. Now I just work it. Get the heat out of it to retain the freshness. Ratio of sauce to courgettes and aubergine has to be perfect. It's got to have that balance of texture and sauce. And there we have it. Provençal cuisine on a plate. Those sunshine flavours of Roger Verger. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to show you what's possible, to ignite the imagination, to take you places. It's as simple as that. We all love macaroni cheese. We all love a bolognese. But let's ignite the imagination. Let's take you somewhere you've never been before. Let's show you simplicity on a plate. Macaroni cheese with bolognese. Bolognese, 3 days mature. And why 3 days? Because when you make a bolognese, you eat it that day, it's nice. Allow it to mature. Allow the flavour of the meat to dominate the sauce. Simple. So, we're just slowly bringing the heat into it. We don't want to reduce it. What we want to do is take it to about 95 degrees Celsius. Let's make the roux. I've heard stories of people making white sauce with lumps. I've never made white sauce with lumps. Because when I was that boy at the box tree, they taught me how. Butter. Flour. The secret is very simple. More butter than flour. It's as simple as that. Hot roux, cold milk. Hot milk, cold roux. Never hot and hot and never cold and cold. There's 3 types of roux. White, blonde and brown. The one we're making today is a white roux. So, let's take a bay leaf. Let's take a clove. We add the milk. Why do you need bit by bit? Because our quantity of butter is greater than the flour. So therefore what we do now is dissolve it. Tiny bit of nutmeg, but optional. Dissolve it. Delicious. It's about taking people on a journey. And that journey is going to be almost a journey of discovery. But the first thing that must happen to you in your life, you have to have a love affair with food. If you have a love affair with food, how can you create something which is delicious? And that's what happened to me as a young boy. Way before I walked into the kitchen, I fell in love with nature. I wanted to be a gamekeeper. I wanted to be a river keeper. Mother Nature became my surrogate mother. So by appreciating the natural beauty of Mother Nature, and look how you hold it, how you touch it, how you taste it, where you take it. So our bolognese is in the casserole. We're slowly bringing the heat into it because we don't want to reduce it. The bechamel, the white sauce, is on its way. So now it's time to cook the macaroni. Deep water, well seasoned. Add the macaroni. See, the one thing that you will learn is preparation is everything. If you have good mise en place, as they used to say in the great French kitchens, then service is easy. If you go into service and you're not ready, then you're in trouble. You're sinking before you even begin. Just work the macaroni. There we are. A thing of the past is white pepper. White pepper is one of those delicious, delicious seedlings. When I was a boy, all the 2 and 3 stars used it in their fish sauces. Black pepper is used for a steak au poivre. Black pepper is used for venison. That's where it began and that's where it ended. So we've made our white roux, we've added the bay leaf, a bit of nutmeg, and a bit of clove. And what we have to do now is slowly bring it to the simmer and cook out the flour. It's that simple. So keep on working it. Okay. Do you want a nice coating consistency? Not too heavy. A bit more pepper. And then to finish, white sauce. Coating consistency. Delicious. Now let's drain the pasta. And work your pasta in the colander with the whisk to remove all the water. And olive oil. Let's add the macaroni to white sauce. So, the first thing is take your parmesan. Now take the macaroni cheese. Then the parmesan. Take the macaroni cheese. And then the parmesan. And then finally, the macaroni cheese. And then to finish, parmesan and breadcrumbs. 2 parmesan to 1 breadcrumb. Simple as that. With a splash of olive oil. And just to finish, just crumble your sea salt. And then under the grill until golden. You may ask, why no cheese in the bechamel to make a cheese sauce? Because it's not necessary. You add cheese to a cheese sauce, it changes the texture. I like the taste of bechamel, but I also like the taste of cheese. So today I'm using parmesan. I may use Gruyere, I may use Emmental, but keep the 2 flavors apart. So you taste the parmesan, you taste the bechamel, you taste the textures. Think about what I'm saying. Question yourself when you do something. So I'm placing it under the grill to glaze it. But I could bake it in the oven. But I prefer the grill for the simple reasons it tastes creamier. So there we are. Macaroni cheese with bolognese in less than 30 minutes. Deliciously comforting. As I said, I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to inspire you. It's about taking something as simple as a macaroni cheese and taking it to another level. That's it. Most of us know how to roast a chicken. Most of us carve a chicken. I don't. If you carve a chicken, you have a loss of heat. You have a loss of juice. It becomes rather boring. What I want is texture and heat. Right, a chicken. Take off the wingtips. Now, what you should always do with the chicken is take out the wishbone, whether you're carving or chopping. There we are, bring over the neck. We have no string, so we have to improvise. And through there. And there's our chicken. A little salt, but only season the cavity. Never season the bird. Why? Because the sediment which is created through the roasting, I want to use. If you imagine if I season the outside of the bird, as the fat renders, it runs off. And that sediment now is highly salty. Why would I want that? So what I do is a little olive oil. So if that in. And there's our roast chicken. A chicken of this size should take about 35 minutes to 40 minutes with a good rest at 180. But remember, time is only a guide. Right. I was born Italian. My mother was Italian. I was brought up with the Italians. What I ate was simple things: pasta, risotto, gnocchi, polenta, minestrones. That was my early life. I used to sit on the side watching my mother cook, without realizing she was my first chef. I was her apprentice. I took everything in. Nobody ever taught taught me how to cook pasta. They never taught me how to make risotto. It was all there in the filing cabinets of my subconscious. So, as I've said before, we have so much knowledge in our past. In these last 20 years, I've had time to reflect, to know the people who influenced me. So, I'm going to cook now risotto with wild mushrooms and roasted chicken on the side, and then see what we can do with it. Right. A little olive oil. A little butter. You know by now I love butter. Why? Because it makes everything taste more delicious. If it wasn't for butter, we would never have won 3 stars. And the truth is, since we're talking stars, I never won 3 stars. I never won 2. I never won 1. It was the young men and women behind me who won the stars. They were the orchestra. They created the symphony. I was just the conductor, the composer. That's all I was. They made my dream come true. But I hope I made theirs come true. Anyway, let's slowly cook our onions. One thing you'll learn about me, I like to digress. Today I'm digressing with words, but how many times I went a wandering in my mind when I was cooking. Because the beauty of a kitchen is the silence. When you work in 3 stars, they're very silent. You're not really allowed to speak unless it's about the job. The mind wanders. As I've always said, gastronomy is the greatest form of therapy any misfit could ever be exposed to. I was that misfit, and I learned about myself through food. She's a great teacher. So, let's get back to the boring technical stuff. I've said this many times. Why do we cook onions? To remove the water content, to remove the acidity. By doing that, you bring out the natural sweetness of the onion. It's as simple as that. So the onions are now where we want them. Time to add the rice, which has been washed. Let's work our onions through the rice. And let's toast it. Okay, now we add the white wine. And then we reduce. Why? 1, to remove the acidity from the wine, and 2, the alcohol. So therefore you just got the taste of the wine. Bring that in. In a few moments what you'll see is the rice starting to absorb the wine, and at the same time release the starch. There we are. Keep on working. The acidity within the wine is all gone now. So we start to add the mushroom stock. The base stock is very simple. It's chicken stock, but you can use fish stock. And all you do is infuse it with some dried porcini mushrooms. It's just like making a cup of tea. Just drop them in, bring it off the stove, cover with cling film, and leave it for 15-20 minutes for the infusion to then pass. It's that simple. There we are. Bring it down from the sides. You may ask, why so much stirring? Well, firstly, so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Secondly, so you're rotating the rice so it all cooks evenly. Because if you didn't do that, it would stick on the bottom, and that would be overcooked. The bit in the middle may be overcooked or perfectly cooked. So you have to keep on working the rice not to stick and to rotate it as well. Okay, as you can see now, the rice is absorbing the stock and releasing the starch. That's why it becomes so creamy. There we are. My mother came from the region of Italy where they eat risotto, the Veneto region, and my mother was born on the edge of Lago di Garda, which is called Badolino. And so as a child, I watched my mother making risotto every week of our lives. And so subconsciously I was taking it in, and my mother, when she made risotto, used to walk across the plate. And also as a young boy, I was taught to eat risotto from the outside in, never from the centre out. Because what you want to do is retain the heat so it stays wet, otherwise it will set up. So making risotto is one thing, eating it is another. As you see, I'm stirring, stop, comes back to the simmer. You see? Stir, stop, back to the center. That's perfect, and that's what you should look for. There we are. Now, we've got to do three things. One, we've got to prepare the mushrooms. Lots of mushrooms. Olive oil. Under the grill. Two, the chicken should be ready. There we are. So now it's time to finish. So what we do, parmesan. Butter. Just squeeze it over. Allow the butter to melt by 80 to 90%. I know certain recipes say cold butter, but all that does is stiffen it, and you watch what happens. Don't back it. So now the chicken. So those are juices. In the juice. In the juice. In the juice. And the juice. There we are. Keep it somewhere warm. Bring the spatula. And I'll start to work the risotto. Work in the butter. Seasoning. Bring that butter in to make it nice and creamy. There we are. Nice and creamy. Okay. Right. The risotto first. Mushrooms, parmesan, and there we have the mango parsley. Risotto of mushrooms. Now, once again, risotto. Roll your chicken in the juices. Take the mushrooms, and then a little parsley, and just serve with the jus gras. The jus gras means the roasting juices of the chicken, and just a little salt. And there we have roast chicken with risotto of wild mushrooms, and just the roasting juices, just those natural juices with the gras, the fat, and then a risotto and wild mushrooms. It's that simple. The ragu bolognese, traditionally with beef and pork, but we're going to make it with vegetables: celery, carrots, celeriac, cauliflower, garlic, onions, thyme, bay leaf, and then a tomato sauce to bind it. Once you've made your ragu bolognese, we can make lasagna. We can make a pappardelle with the king oyster mushrooms, with the ragu bolognese. It's delicious, so it's quite versatile. It's very simple. Just take our carrots, celeriac, and celery, all exactly the same. So it's slightly larger than a brunoise, but smaller than a macédoine. It's about an 1/8 of an inch square. Maybe a 16. Yes. There we are. And you do your celeriac and celery exactly the same. It doesn't have to be perfect, because remember, we're going to cook it down in olive oil. So that goes there. So with the cauliflower, what we do, we just bring it, and there we are. It's very simple, quite coarse. knife through it. You can see all that texture. And that will break down through the cooking a little bit. Don't try and make it perfect. And there's our cauliflower. Just run your knife through one last time. But what's interesting, by the way I make the bolognese, it's intense, but it's quite meaty. It's not soggy. Most people boil vegetables, and by boiling them, they're not allowed to release their water. And also, you don't get that intensity and flavour as you do with the roasting of fried vegetables. One thing you'll notice is when I do boil something, I boil them in their own juices. One for texture and two for flavour. I put it inside the sous vide pouches, seal it, and poach it. So it's all about intensifying the flavour and preserving and protecting the texture. The ragu bolognese made with vegetables without meat. Olive oil. Now we take the onions and the garlic, which has been grated. And same as always, we cook to remove the water content, to remove the acidity. But slowly, the scent becomes less acidic and more sweet. And you can listen to the sound of the frying. It gets gentler, a little gentler, because the water is evaporating. Work the onions across the base of the pan. In with the carrots. In with the celery. In with the celery. In with the cauliflower. In with the thyme. In with the bay leaf. A little salt. A little pepper, which is optional. So season with salt and pepper. But remember, remove the blinkers. If you wish to put chili flakes in to give it a bit of heat, that's your choice. If you wish to finish it with some fresh chilies, that's your choice. Allow your palate to dictate. This is just a base. And allow your imagination and your palate to take you somewhere you like to go. Bring it down from the edges. Stay with her. Don't turn your back on her. Allow her to sweat down slowly. Keep on working her, until all the water basically is evaporated. The vegetables are cooked, but the intensity of flavour is enormous. Their texture is real. If you listen, the sizzling is very gentle. What that tells me is the water is now evaporated. When I first threw in the vegetables with the hot oil, it's releasing. But as the water releases, the sound gets much gentler. Okay. So we have the fresh tomato sauce, which you would have seen me make in my first BBC Maestro course. Now what we do is we cook that down to the texture that we require. Because what we don't want is it to be loose and sloppy, but at the same time we don't want it to be dense and heavy. It's that balance. If you don't wish to make a sauce, then use passata. It's fine. So now, cook it down slowly to the texture required, but to retain that texture of the vegetables. sheets of pasta. Use sheets of celeriac. You've seen how I cook it. I cook it entire. I slice it. There we are. It's just like building a jigsaw. So then what we do is take some white sauce, which is just a classical white sauce. And then a little sprinkling of Italian vegetarian hard cheese. We slowly build up the layers. And the bolognese you can use with pasta. Yeah, when you make your spaghetti bolognese. Rather than make a bolognese with meat. There we go. Okay. A little bit of cheese. There's some celeriac. Just use up your trim so it doesn't go to waste. Clip your little gaps. So just apply a little pressure. Now, now work your white sauce, your bechamel, over the surface of your lasagna. Okay. Now take your cheese.
YXZ.
We cook the lasagna at 160 for approx 30 minutes. And there we have it. Wow. So there we have it. Our lasagna al forno, which is classical, with ragu bolognese, made without pasta, made without meat. Vegetable bolognese. The pasta was replaced with the sheets of celeriac. Now, it smells sensational. Now, Eggs in the pan, and I puncture the yolks and cook slowly. If my palm can't take the heat of the pan, then the pan's too hot. Once again, invest time. You make scrambled eggs creamy by cooking them slowly, not by cooking them fast. Don't mess with them. Eggs are one of the most natural things on earth. Why do you want to change it? In with the eggs. Just puncture them. Now, just work them slowly. And by working them slowly, what you want is ribbons. Ribbons of white and ribbons of yolk. Just work them slowly. To the side of the pan. My palm can take it just. That tells me it's the perfect temperature to create the perfect scrambled eggs. If you have to take your pan off the stove, then you're lacking understanding in temperature. Question why you're doing what you're doing. There we are. Just slowly. Let's take some toast. Toast one side. So it comes to finish here. Just let it toast it. So it's ready at the same time as the eggs. I'll tell you how serious I took cooking. Before I retired, I employed a chef just to toast the brioche and the sourdough. That was his job at every service. Firstly, brioche toasts quicker than sourdough, so the timing's actually perfect. And then we used to take the baked canal from underneath. So the hot toasted hot baked canal, which is a napkin in the shape of a duck's breast, which served on the side. So you got your Italian de foie gras, you got your pâté de foie gras. You always had hot toast. That's the key. There we are. It's not a race to see who can cook scrambled eggs the fastest. It's about the eggs and only the eggs. Just work it very slowly. No need to rush it. If you're rushing it, the reason why you're rushing it is because your pan's too hot. Just work it slowly, but keep on feeling the side of the pan so you can see I can just take it. So, let's take some smoked salmon. Sensational. Enderby's in Grimsby, in my opinion, smoke the best smoked salmon. Why? Because they don't use oak, they use pine. The problem with oak is the oak becomes dominant. So you taste the oak and then the salmon. With Enderby's you taste the salmon with the scent of smoke. So, the eggs are coming together. I can see the white and I can see the yolk. Can you see how creamy the eggs are becoming? They're still walking. Just a little bit longer. The French use a word called baveuse. That's for omelettes and scrambled eggs. They must walk. It's like when you get a perfectly cooked omelette. You cut it open, she just pours out. That's extraordinary. We're almost there. You can see how creamy the eggs are becoming cream. And that's because we're not rushing them. Think about the length of time it's taken us to cook them. Just be patient. Never rush things. Never push things. If you push things, then we tend to break them. Just gently work up. Trust me when I say invest time. When you taste it, you'll see the difference. See, for me, they're now perfect. But I like my scrambled eggs the French way, not the English way. Now a little salt. A tiny little bit of white pepper. A thing of the past. Just work them. And taste. A little bit more salt. A little bit more pepper. Don't fool with fresh scrambled eggs. They're exactly where I want them. For some people they might be a little bit wet, but everyone has a different palate. And now a tiny bit of cream, just to stop the cooking, not to make it creamy. There we are. In with our secret surprise. So there's our scrambled eggs, the way the French and myself like them. Right, toast bread. So always toast your toast that little bit more. Take into consideration the spreading of the butter, the melting of the butter, and the scrambled eggs. There we are. So just put your eggs just on your toast. There we are. Can you see how they walk across the toast? There we are. Then we take the surprise. A tiny bit of butter, a little crystal salt, and the smoked salmon. Never be mean, always be generous. And then a little bit of parsley. Just give it some life. Et voila. When you eat it, you get toast, egg, and smoked salmon. A bit more texture with the poached egg. Enjoy. If I take myself back to the late 70s, when I was that very young cook at the Box Tree, inspired by the boys from the Box Tree, they used to tell me stories about the great restaurants of France. And there was one name that stood out. His name was Roger Verger. He had a 3-star Michelin called Les Moulins de Moujon in the south of France. I bought his book called Cuisine of the Sun. I started to read it. I became inspired with Provençal cuisine. Very simple food, but deliciously tasty. Anyway, years later, I interviewed a young man who had done his apprenticeship and served his time with the great Roger Verger. He'd spent 5 years there. I employed him as a chef de partie. And then he was made sous chef. And then he became my head chef. His name was Robert Reed, an extraordinary cook. Great palate, gifted, talented, consistent. For many years he stood by my side. And the truth is, had it not been for Robert, we would never have won our 3 stars in the Michelin. And what he did was introduce me to the south of France, like no one had ever introduced me before. So let's take you now back to the south of France. And the dish I'm going to cook is a very simple ratatouille. So, pan, olive oil. As you can see, the onions, they've been minced with the garlic. And it's the same principle as always. You must be now getting bored of me. Cook your onion to reduce the water content. To remove the acidity. It's as simple as that. Just spread it across the pan. There we are. You can see the water within the onions. That's all got to go. Because if we don't remove the water, then that acidity and that water stays within the ratatouille. So, while that's reducing down, let's prepare the courgettes. Take off the nose. Cut lengthways in half, and then cut them in half again. And then what we do is, we remove the seeds, keep the flesh. There's nothing worse than having a ratatouille which is sloppy and wet. Off with the nose, and just dice. Now, off with the tail. Off with the nose, and now what we do. Little lemon juice, because what you want is a nice creamy, yellowy aubergine, not grey. Now, we're almost there. One thing you have to do is train yourself to keep the eyes on the job, the ears in the pan. So I knew exactly what was happening, even though I was over there, dicing the aubergines. surface top fryer. And now what we do is we fry them very quickly. There we are. So we fry the aubergines at 180 olive oil and arachido oil for about 2 minutes. But the one thing I know that they're all cooked consistently. In a pan, they stew. This way, they're cooked rapidly, and that retains freshness. So, now it's time to add the thyme and the bay leaf. So there we are. But the herbs is at the very end, so you get the freshness of the herb. Just imagine you're making a pot of tea. You put the tea in the pot, in with the water, allow it to infuse, put it into your cup, little milk, delicious. The second cup is never equally as delicious. Why? Because it's lost its freshness. It's now started to stew. The first cup is always the best cup. So treat herbs like a cup of tea. Aubergines. Drain them well. There we are. Season. So proceed with the courgettes. There we are. So now we add the fresh passata, which we made with the skins of the red peppers, the insides of the tomato. There we are. Just work it through, and now we take it down to texture. There we are. You can see it's wet, it's flooded. And by reducing down the passata, it gives it that intensity, but you must reduce it fast to retain the freshness. And always bring it down from the sides, otherwise you'll stain your sauce. Drain. And season. So we add our courgettes at the very end when they've cooled, because if they're really red hot and the sauce is hot, they continue to cook, they continue to braise within their own juices, and that's not where we're going. So you can see the sauce, it's now starting to thicken. And once again, through, it's too wet. That tells you it's too wet, we're running that through. So we're not far away now, I'm just putting the spatula through, I can see the sauce leaking out. So stay with it when you get to the stage. Don't wander off again at the job. It's very easy to be distracted. You must stay focused. Take the bay leaf out. Seconds is a lifetime when cooking food. 30 seconds is the difference between it being perfect or it being over-reduced. It's as simple as that. We're almost there. Now. So in with the courgettes and the aubergine. Don't be shy to use your hands. The more you touch food, the more you understand how. Bring off the heat. Tiny bit of olive oil. Why? 1 for flavour. 2 to slow down the cooking. A little bit of salt. Work it through. So now if you watch, when I put it through, it doesn't leak. So, onto a cold plate to remove the heat. Just spread around to get the heat out of them. You can make ratatouille finer.
Ratatouille.
And visually, it looks really pretty. It doesn't have the texture. And that's what we're after, the texture. You can't refine things too much. It's about the eating. Now I just work it. Get the heat out of it to retain the freshness. Ratio of sauce to courgettes and aubergine has to be perfect. It's got to have that balance of texture and sauce. If you carve a chicken, you have a loss of heat, you have a loss of juice. It becomes rather boring. What I want is texture and heat. Right, a chicken. Take off the wingtips. Now, what you should always do with the chicken is take out the wishbone. Whether you're carving or chopping. There we are, bring over the neck. We have no string, so we have to improvise. And through there. And there's our chicken. A little salt, but only season the cavity. Never season the bird. Why? Because the sediment which is created through the roasting, I want to use. If you imagine if I season the outside of the bird, as the fat renders, it runs off. And that sediment now is highly salty. Why would I want that? All I do is a little olive oil. So that in. And there's our roast chicken. A chicken of this size should take about 35 minutes to 40 minutes with a good rest at 180. But remember, time is only a guide. Right. I was born Italian. My mother was Italian. I was brought up with the Italians. What I ate was simple things: pasta, risotto, gnocchi, polenta, minestrones. That was my early life. I used to sit on the side watching my mother cook, without realizing she was my first chef. I was her apprentice. I took everything in. No one ever taught me how to cook pasta. No one ever taught me how to make risotto. It was all there in the filing cabinets of my subconscious. So, as I've said before, we have so much knowledge in our past. In these last 20 years, I've had time to reflect, to know the people who influenced me. So, I'm going to cook now risotto with wild mushrooms and roast a chicken on the side, and then see what we can do with it. Right. A little olive oil.
Oh.
A little butter.
Oh my god, I'm so tired. Oh. They will sit or fight on eternity. Come with me. Devil May Cry. Reclaim my throne, the dark angel inside me, honor and victory, a warrior with pride, humanity will be the only place for weakness. I'm off. Peace.